Okay, so what we're going to be doing today with Emily is a static postural assessment. First view we're going to be doing is the anterior view, so front on. We're going to work our way up from the bottom, being the feet, the ankles, the knees, the pelvic region, shoulders, and then the head. Just analysing those key components and just reading your body and seeing what we can find. Okay, so Emily, what I want you to do to start with, just make sure you're relaxed. Okay, just keep your feet still, just sort of move around a little bit, just make sure your body's all relaxed. So there's no stiffness in any parts of your body, your shoulders, your hips. Okay, so just wiggle around. Okay, feeling quite relaxed? Mm-hmm. Okay, good. Alright, so the first area we're going to look at is Emily's feet. And what I'm looking for here is the direction that the feet are pointing in. And then generally they're pointing straight out, slightly off to the left, which is quite normal, and that's what we'd expect to see. The next thing I'll be looking for is whether there's supination or pronation in the feet. Supinate is when there's the arch in the foot is still prevalent. Pronated is when that arch has collapsed slightly. So in Emily's case, it's very clear that she's supinated. The arch is very prevalent. And that would generally suggest that there's not a lot of internal rotation up through the tibia and femur as well. Okay, so we're just moving up. So we can see here, not a lot of internal rotation through the tibia or femur as we expect, with the extremely high arches that Emily's got in the feet. We're just going to make our way up now to the pelvic region. Emily, if you could just maybe help me locate the two sort of protruding bones at the front of your pelvis. Mm-hmm. It's okay if I touch. Okay, I've found those two bones. And I'll say on Emily's right hand side, it is slightly higher. Not a lot higher, but just slightly. So a reason for that might be that Emily's right leg is slightly longer than the left. There's no real need for concern there. It's only marginally higher, so that's good. We're going to move up now to the shoulders. So the first thing I'm looking for here is internal rotation of the shoulders. And a good guide to look at is when you're looking straight on, is if you should be able to just see the thumb and the first finger. And that's definitely the case in Emily's situation here. So it tells me there's not a lot of internal rotation through the shoulders either. So that all looks in good shape. The next thing I'm looking for is the height of the shoulders. Is one higher than the other, or vice versa? And in Emily's case, Emily's right hand shoulder is slightly higher than the left. So Emily does have a child, so that could be to do with the way she picks up a child and is carrying him around all the time. It's not very exaggerated, so again, there's no real need for concern. The last area we're going to be looking at is Emily's head and the position of the head, and everything looks fine there. She's looking straight on, there's no real tilt, and generally that's what we'll find when we're doing this sort of assessment. A lot of the compensatory effects are generally through the lower portion, down through the body, not so much in the head. So that's it for the anterior view.